pasa to the pack? It is Pack here, and welcome to NBA 2K21. This is my first video of the new game, and I'm a little late. Listen, I get that, but I have been grinding Park, so that's why I'm a little late to this. I want to make a roster update because this is the funnest thing. They've updated basically every player roster-wise, like literally everyone's changed, and that would take forever to talk about everybody. So what I'm going to do is literally just kind of break the biggest players' ratings down and talk about them like a little bit, and that's it. We're gonna go fast because there's so many changes that it would take forever. Before this video starts, so be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe. Let's go. So we always start with the Philadelphia 76ers. I love saying this. Okay, first off, Ben Simmons -1. You're gonna be hearing -1, -2, -3 a lot in this video, by the way. -1 for Ben Simmons from an 88 to an 87. He was injured, and he didn't really get to play much in the playoffs, or at all, actually, I think. Yeah, he didn't play at all in the playoffs, so, I mean, I guess maybe that's why, but no reason for that. Tobias Harris +1. That shouldn't have happened because he has not been playing good. And Al Horford -2. Understandable. I don't even think he should be an 80 overall anymore, in my opinion. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Brook Lopez +3 from a 79 to an 82. Well, right now the Bucks playing the Heat for Game 4, and Giannis is out for the rest of the game. So if he steps up, maybe I get it. Dante DiVincenzo -3 from an 80 to a 77, which is kind of aggressive, but I guess so. On the Chicago Bulls, the biggest one, Wendell Carter Jr. -2 from an 81 to a 79, -2 for him. And Thomas Satoransky also goes -2 from a 78 to a 76. Last one, Kobe White +1, the Demon, 76 to 77. He has been raw. I like him a lot, and I think he's going to have a great second season, honestly. For the Cavaliers, Colin Sexton -1. Also, Tristan Thompson leaves the 80 overall club, again goes -1 as well. Now that Andre Drummond is the center for the team, he's gonna get a much lesser role, which kind of makes sense for the rating like drop. For the Boston Celtics, a lot of big ones. First of all, Jason Tatum +1 from an 88 to an 89, Kemba Walker -1, and Jaylen Brown -1. I agree with Jason Tatum. Kemba Walker has been playing great against the Raptors, so I don't know why they dropped him. And Jaylen Brown, they should have never even touched his rating. He should have gone up, if anything, because he's been fantastic for the most part. And Gordon Hayward also dropped 1, but he's been injured again, so whatever. For the LA Clippers, Montrezl Harrell -3 from an 85 to an 82, even though he's 6th man of the year, so that's kind of disrespectful. Williams -1 because he got some Buffalo wings, and that's really it for this. For the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year, +1 to an 85 overall. Easily the best player on this team, and I agree. Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J, also goes +1, even though he missed out on the playoffs. And Donovan Jonas, I miss saying that, -2, which I guess he did okay in the playoffs, but obviously not that good. And by the playoffs, I mean like the bubble, when they were in the bubble, but yeah, whatever. For the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young -2, leaves the 90 overall club, which is interesting to see. John Collins -1, and then Clint Capella, the fella, -4. Big centers that score in the post and play defense got major hits this roster update, and he's one of them. For the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler +1, almost a 90 overall, and how he's been playing, he low-key might deserve a 90 overall. Goran Dragic -2 from an 81 to a 79, kind of an aggressive drop for him when he's been fantastic. And Kendrick Nunn -2, where is he? -2 from 78 to a 76 because he's been terrible in the bubble, honestly. For the Hornets, Devontae Graham -1, which is weird because he hasn't even played since the roster update. But so now Scary Terry and Devontae Graham are tied for the best player on the team. The Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell +1, and it should be even more because he was playing amazing against the Nuggets. Even though they lost against them, he was playing fantastic. Mike Conley +1 as well, and even though I think it could be even a little bit more because I feel like he started to play a little bit better in the bubble. For the Sacramento Kings, Marvin Bagley III -1. I don't think he should be the same rating as Buddy Hield, but yet here we are. I think it's kind of ridiculous. For the Knicks, a lot of drops. Mitchell Robinson -2, Julius Randle -2, and then RJ Barrett -1. A lot of drops for the Knicks, and rightfully so. They're pretty bad. Let's hope they can maybe pick it up this season. For the Lakers, Anthony Davis -1, which is a little bit odd. I think he should have stayed. JaVale McGee -2. Dwight Howard -2 as well. And those are some pretty massive drops for the center. For the Magic, Vucevic, Nikola +1, and Evan Fournier -1 as well. For the Mavericks, Luka Doncic drops 2. How? If anything, you could argue he could be a 97 overall right now. He could be tied for the best player in the league because of how he was playing, and they drop him 2 overall. That's actually crazy. Porzingis +1, and honestly, he deserves even more low-key, even though he gets hurt all the time, but he was playing great. For the Nets, Kevin Durant -1. Literally how? He hasn't played a game since last 2K, so it makes no sense. Kyrie Irving -1, and Karis LeVert +3. So very good for him. He was playing amazing in the bubble. He was their best player in the bubble, so that's pretty solid. For the Nuggets, Jokic -1. I mean, he's still 90 overall. It's fine. Jamal Murray +1. He was playing amazing, and he's still playing amazing in the bubble. Literally one of the Jazz series, low-key. For the Pacers, Bubble Warren, TJ Warren +3. Dude, he was going crazy, except for in the playoffs. But he was going crazy in the bubble. And Oladipo -1 as well. For the Pelicans, the big one is honestly Lonzo Ball -2 from a 79 to a 77. He's a great playmaker. He's a great defender. He can't do anything else, and that's been his problem. But in the regular season, he was putting up great numbers. It was just in the bubble, he struggled citied. Also, Derek Favors -2 as well, from a 79 to a 77. From the Pistons, -3 for Derrick Rose. I don't know why they do this. Every year, they drop Derrick Rose's rating, and then he plays amazing in the regular season, and they bump it up again, and then a new game comes out, and they drop the rating again. Like, when will y'all learn that Derrick Rose is really good? Blake Griffin +1, making him the best player on the team, even though I think Derrick Rose was outplaying him way more, and Blake Griffin was also injured for half the season. And then Luke Kennard -2, and he wasn't 80 overall because he was a great scorer, and they straight up hoed him for some reason. For the Raptors, Kyle Lowry +2, and then Pascal Siakam -1, so they're almost tied for the best player on the team. And Fred VanVleet goes +3, so from an 82 to an 85 because he's a sniper. For the Rockets, James Harden -1. I completely disagree because I feel like he's actually doing pretty good and led him past the Thunder, and he's doing good against the Lakers at the moment. And then Russell Westbrook, can y'all believe we had asked them to update Russell Westbrook's rating to be like a 90 something for so long? He plays amazing for basically 6 months now, and they had the audacity to drop him 1 overall. That's literally the middle finger to the face to everybody who's been saying Russell Westbrook should go up. That's crazy. For the Spurs, really the only change was Derek White -1, which is high because he was honestly, I'd argue, our best player in the bubble, and he should have gotten a crazy upgrade, and he didn't, so that's crazy. For the Suns, Devin Booker -1. It's like, what are they drinking? What are they smoking? Because he should have got, I mean, he went undefeated in the bubble, and he led them team every single time for a win, and he went down overall. That's crazy. For the Thunder, Chris Paul +1. I mean, obviously, he's been fantastic. And then Steven Adams -2 because he's low-key getting exposed now in the playoffs. I swear, centers who score in the post or do anything in the post, I've just gotten destroyed rating-wise because they've been struggling. For the Timberwolves, the only one I saw was Malik Beasley +1, and that's really it for the Timberwolves. Like, that's all. For the Blazers, Hassan Whiteside -4 from an 87 to an 86. Yeah, they're getting destroyed out here. These centers are getting messed up. Carmelo -1 as well. Even though he played solid in the bubble, I think he should have been fine. No changes for the Warriors at all, which is odd. I mean, I thought they would have changed somebody, but I mean, I guess it's fine. Andrew Wiggins with the Warriors dripped out. That's kind of weird to see. And finally, John Wall got a massive downgrade, but I don't remember what his rating was. I think it was an 86, so I think -3 for John Wall. And Davis Bertans -1 from an 80 to a 79. And that's it. That is the first roster update of NBA 2K21. We see now all this was is basically, I think they were just adjusting the roster. They were showing that centers are going to get massive downgrades. I think the Russell Westbrook change will refuse to change up is ridiculous at this moment. I think Luka Doncic got completely hoed this roster update. And that's really it. That's all. And then I think they missed out on a lot of people. I think they didn't go off the bubble stats, I think they should have just went off their own opinions, because if you went off the bubble, this should have been very different. But what do you guys think about this update? Do you guys think it's cash or trash? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.